India is a land woven together by rivers. From the towering Himalayas in the north to the Deccan Plateau in the south, these waterways shape the landscape and sustain life. The Indian river system is broadly classified into two categories: the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. Each system has its own unique characteristics and significance. The Himalayan rivers, as their name suggests, originate from the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas. Fed by glacial melt and snow, these rivers flow with immense power and volume throughout the year. They are known for their long courses, extensive tributaries, and the vast deltas they form at their mouths. In contrast, the peninsular rivers originate from the hills and plateaus of the Indian peninsula. These rivers depend largely on the monsoon rains for their water supply, resulting in a seasonal flow that fluctuates throughout the year. They are generally shorter in length than their Himalayan counterparts, with smaller basins and less dramatic landscapes. Despite their differences, both Himalayan and peninsular rivers play a vital role in the lives of millions of Indians. They provide water for irrigation, drinking, and industry. They support diverse ecosystems and offer transportation routes, and they are deeply intertwined with the cultural and spiritual fabric of the country. The Himalayas, the highest mountain range in the world, are the source of some of Asia's most iconic rivers. Three major river systems, the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra, originate from these icy heights, carving their paths through the Indian subcontinent before reaching the sea. These rivers are revered for their life-giving waters, their role in shaping civilizations, and their sheer natural grandeur. The Indus, the westernmost of the three, flows through the arid regions of northwestern India and Pakistan. It is a lifeline for the people living in its basin, providing water for agriculture and sustaining a unique desert ecosystem. The Ganga, often considered the holiest river in Hinduism, flows through the heart of India, supporting a dense population and a rich cultural heritage. The Brahmaputra, known for its braided channels and unpredictable nature, drains the eastern Himalayas before joining the Ganga to form the world's largest delta in Bangladesh. These rivers are not merely geographical features, they are integral to the history, culture, and economy of the Indian subcontinent. They have witnessed the rise and fall of empires, inspired countless myths and legends, and continue to shape the lives of millions. The Indus River, originating from the Tibetan Plateau, holds a unique position in the history of human civilization. It was along the banks of this river that one of the world's earliest urban civilizations, the Indus Valley Civilization, flourished over 4,000 years ago. The river's annual floods deposited fertile silt across its plains, enabling the development of agriculture and the growth of prosperous cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. The Indus and its tributaries, the Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Base, and Sutlej, formed a network of waterways that facilitated trade, communication, and cultural exchange. Today, the Indus River system is shared by India and Pakistan. Its waters are crucial for irrigation, particularly in the arid regions it traverses. However, the river faces challenges from pollution, dam construction, and the impacts of climate change. The Ganga, often referred to as the Ganges, holds a place of unparalleled spiritual significance for Hindus. It is believed that a dip in its waters can cleanse one's sins, and millions of pilgrims flock to its banks every year to bathe and perform religious rituals. The river originates from the Gangotri Glacier in the Himalayas and flows southeastward, joined by numerous tributaries like the Yamuna, Gaghara, and Son, before emptying into the Bay of Bengal. The Ganga Basin is one of the most densely populated regions on Earth, supporting a vast population dependent on the river for agriculture, drinking water, and transportation. However, the Ganga faces severe pollution threats from industrial waste, sewage discharge, and agricultural runoff. Despite numerous efforts to clean the river, the challenge remains immense, highlighting the need for sustainable development and environmental conservation. Section 5. The Brahmaputra, a braided giant. The Brahmaputra, meaning son of Brahma in Sanskrit, is a river known for its might and unpredictability. Originating in the Tibetan Plateau, it takes a U-turn around the eastern Himalayas before entering India and finally flowing through Bangladesh to meet the Bay of Bengal. The Brahmaputra is characterized by its braided channels, multiple courses that intertwine and shift over time. This dynamic nature, coupled with its high sediment load, makes the river prone to flooding, especially during the monsoon season. Despite the challenges posed by its floods, the Brahmaputra is a lifeline for the people living in its basin. It supports a rich biodiversity, provides fertile land for agriculture, and serves as a vital transportation route. South of the Indo-Gangetic Plain lies the Deccan Plateau, a vast expanse of tableland drained by numerous rivers that flow towards the Bay of Bengal in the east and the Arabian Sea in the west. These rivers, though smaller in size compared to the Himalayan giants, are no less important to the lives and livelihoods of millions. Unlike the perennial Himalayan rivers, the rivers of the Deccan Plateau are largely rain-fed. Their flow fluctuates with the monsoon seasons, swelling during the rains and shrinking during the dry months. The rivers flowing eastward, including the Godavari, Krishna, and Mahanadi, are longer and carry more water than their westward counterparts. These rivers have carved deep gorges and created fertile deltas, supporting a rich agricultural landscape. The westward flowing rivers, like the Narmada and Tapi, have shorter courses and flow through narrower valleys. The eastern Ghats of the Deccan Plateau give birth to several significant rivers that flow eastward, nourishing the land and eventually merging with the Bay of Bengal. These rivers, vital to the economy and culture of South India, are marked by their seasonal rhythms and the fertile deltas they create. The Godavari, the second longest river in India after the Ganga, flows through the states of Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Odisha, before emptying into the Bay of Bengal. Its tributaries, including the Indravati and Pranita, irrigate vast agricultural lands and support a diverse ecosystem. The Krishna River, another major east-flowing river, originates in Maharashtra and flows through Karnataka and Telangana before joining the Bay of Bengal in Andhra Pradesh. Known for its fertile delta region, the Krishna River is harnessed for irrigation and hydroelectric power generation. The Mahanadi, originating from the hills of Chhattisgarh, flows through Odisha before reaching the Bay of Bengal. It is a lifeline for the people of Odisha, providing water for agriculture, industry, and domestic use. Its delta is known for its fertile paddy fields and rich biodiversity. These rivers, with their seasonal flow and rich alluvial deposits, have shaped the landscape and sustained life in this region for centuries. In contrast to the east-flowing rivers, those originating in the western Ghats of the Deccan Plateau take a shorter route westward to meet the Arabian Sea. These rivers, though smaller in size, carve dramatic landscapes as they flow through the rugged terrain, and their estuaries are havens for unique biodiversity. The Narmada, rising from the Amarkantak Plateau in Madhya Pradesh, flows through a rift valley, creating scenic gorges and waterfalls before merging with the Arabian Sea in Gujarat. Revered as sacred by Hindus, the Narmada is also a source of hydroelectric power. The Tapi River, also known as Tapti, originates from the Satpura Ranges in central India and flows westward through Maharashtra and Gujarat. Though shorter than the Narmada, the Tapi plays a crucial role in irrigating the fertile plains of Gujarat. The Sabarmati, originating from the Aravalli Range in Rajasthan, flows through Gujarat and is culturally significant for its association with Mahatma Gandhi, who established his ashram on its banks. These westward-flowing rivers, with their swift currents and scenic beauty, add to the diverse character of India's river systems. India's rivers, from the mighty Himalayan giants to the smaller but no less significant peninsular rivers, are more than just waterways. They are the lifeblood of the country, sustaining its people, shaping its landscape, and inspiring its culture. For millennia, these rivers have been the cradles of civilization, witnessing the rise and fall of empires, the birth of religions, and the flourishing of art and literature. They have provided sustenance and livelihoods, facilitated trade and transportation, and shaped the very identity of India. However, these vital lifelines are facing increasing pressure from pollution, dam construction, deforestation, and climate change. Protecting these precious resources requires a concerted effort from individuals, communities, and governments to ensure their sustainable management and preservation for generations to come. The future of India, after all, is intricately linked to the well-being of its rivers.